So, I absolutely love that. Okay, so not the first thing, but one of the main thoughts that was going through my head as the song was progressing was just how beautiful and magical music is. Like when you step out of the West and you experience music from different cultures and different people, different backgrounds, like you start to hear less of, and there's nothing wrong with the pop top 40, whatever, but it very much is in this very specific box that I think us being in the West, like it's like second nature. You're so used to it.
Yeah.
So when you step out of that space and you experience things like this, it just reminds you like what music is and the power of music and just how magical it is. That's just what I was feeling the whole time that I was watching this. The visuals themselves were absolutely stunning. The color palette, the way that it was shot, like you got to experience like so many different avenues of the culture, from the fashion to the dance to the music to the instrumentation. It was just stunning. Everybody in the video was just beautiful. Like I was just seeing beauty from these human beings, and I feel privileged to have been able to witness this.
Yes.
Last thing that I'm gonna say, the vocals in this song. I love vocals. There's a specific term that they're not called trills or runs, but they're called.
Oh, like the stylings in like music from the region.
Yeah, what we would call a trill or a run, like it's called something else, and just the way that they do it is.
I need to look it up. Keep
go
talking.
Ahead. The way that they, I guess, isolate their vocals and perform what I would call a run. It's just always so effortless and beautiful, and she hit a particular run that goosebumps went right up my spine.
Gorgeous.
Her tone reminded me of Dua Lipa. There was something about that deep, rich tone that she had that I was like, she reminds me of Dua Lipa. Obviously, she's her own artist, but that's what my reference point was. But her voice is beautiful. His voice is beautiful. When they sang together, it just like my locks just fell off my head top. But that was absolutely stunning.
Well, while she looks it up, what came to my mind, like even when you make a reference, like it reminded you of Dua Lipa, for someone and stepping out of the West, like all of that is from like our perspective, right?
Yeah,
like being here in North America, and so the kind of like the beauty that what was running in my head was that just first off, like just the gratitude for like the connectivity in the world today, that we can go take that internet plane, transport into Pakistan and watch this and like be immersed in it and like really. And what I appreciate specifically about music from like Pakistan and I'd say that like just the region as well, like with like Bollywood type stuff and things like that, is there's I can feel like less of a drive for like westernization in their music. Like there's just a strong kind of like rootedness in the culture, and I'm sure there's, again, my perspective, there's pockets of like of everything in all music industries.
There'll be pop music in other
But like what I find is like even in like the pop genre of that region, it's still much more.
They take their time.
They take their time, and it's still much more kind of like, it's not just music that I'm more familiar with here. But what I would say is that kind of like that transporting is just, we're just so blessed to be able to do that. And in terms of the reference that where I began with, for someone who is in Pakistan and is watching Dua Lipa here, she's probably saying the same thing, like, oh my God, that reminds me of
this artist.
Yes, exactly. So it's like we all have like kind of like our reference points. And it was so beautiful. And I love that just the simplest, when something is so powerful that the artist's just standing up, I'm like jumping out of my seat. I'm like, what the hell?
We got so excited, and they didn't start dancing, did it? They just literally stood up, and we were like, yes! You better stand.
Like in theater school, when you do like movement class, like that, a simple thing like going from sitting to standing to create such an impact like that is the desired outcome of any kind of like simple when I say choreography, like just blocking pieces of a performance.
Are you guys talking when everybody kind of screamed at the same time?
Toward the maybe
When
3/4 of the way through.
She was sitting on the thing the whole time.
And did we all have a reaction at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh, for me, I didn't.
It was the note.
It was
also
the
the
chord.
note.
It was the chord change. There was a.
That was a little bit earlier in the song.
That was like kind of like within the 15 seconds. These two things happened. There was the chord change note that we were all gagged about, but then they also stood up from their seats and started to like walk and vibe with each other closer.
Okay.
And them going from sitting to standing was like a second gag for me. I choked 2 times.
2. You better choke.
Yes.
Choke. That's so funny. No,
Yes.
I think you guys said everything. Like it was, what stood out the most to me was the visuals. Like it was visually stunning and like simple. Like I think that the set was gorgeous. Like everything, all the different parts, you can see it was all one set, but like they used it really well. And then like the models, I guess, like they weren't doing a lot. It was just like a really still shot with like a slow zoom, and you're just looking at this beautiful face, and then another beautiful face over there by that wall, and then another gorgeous face sitting over there. Like it was just so gorgeous that then the singers didn't really have to do much. They were just in their spots singing, and that was enough. Like it gave me everything that I needed. I was focused on the music, I was focused on their voices, and she was so effortless. They both were fantastic, but her face was just so like she could have been doing her laundry and singing. You know what I mean? Like she was so unbothered, but in the like best way. I loved it.
It was the not singing at like eye level. It was like the singing kind of like a little lower for me. That like was just like the most like that's what kind of like I was like effortless. Like she's like almost like singing to herself. Like you know what I mean?
That's
They both were fantastic. Playlist or not. I mean,
that's a playlist for me.
do I even have to say it?
Say it.
Girl, playlist.
Playlist.
Big time playlist, sis.
That was beautiful. We love this. I'm so glad that this was recommended to us. If you have any recommendations of music from anywhere in the world, we love to hop on that internet plane, and we love to check out music from all over. So please comment down below and let us know what else we should be listening to, watching, checking out. Remember, again, thump that like button so that we...
That's aggressive.
That was aggressive.
I'm like,
but do it.
You have to do it.
We appreciate you so much. And remember that you are beautiful, worthy, valued, and loved. See you next time.